Oh boy, February in Minnesota and even more snow. And look at this, the parking lot has not been plowed. We got quite a bit of it overnight and it is still going and going. Well, we'll see if I can get out of the parking lot today. We are gonna do an adventure. Well, hello there, and welcome to another beautiful day for an adventure here in downtown St. Paul. As you can see, we are in front of the Oz Gallery. This is part of the St. Paul Winter Carnival, and inside they have a fire and ice exhibit. It is snowing in my face right now. When I say it's a beautiful day, I'm lying. But I don't know what's all involved with what's going on inside there, but we are going to learn about it together as per usual. And if you are brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a thing. Welcome to another edition of Tommy Travels. It's Tommy Travels. Come on with me, you guys. Let's go see what there is to see. And look at this, before we even get inside the building, there's already artwork to admire. Look at these amazing butterflies hanging from a mobile. This does not seem like the right season for you guys. You are gonna freeze your wings off. And so this is a look at the art gallery on the inside, where it is not snowing. There's where we came in at the front. We are all the way in the back. There's all sorts of wonderful, colorful works of art in here. And I want to start at the back of the gallery because as I was just looking around and exploring, I found a great painting to tie everything together that we've been looking at the last few weeks. Lots of walking around out there. And there's an ice castle, one of the ice castles that have been built in Minnesota throughout the years. That one looks a little bit different than the one that we went to, but look at those fireworks. Wow. This is painted on acrylic by Howard Kelaw, and it can be yours for $475. All of these works of art are for sale. Like this one right here, $250. All sorts of awesome, beautiful paintings. And here's one called Frozen Sunset by Joe Lynn. And this really does have that fire and ice theme to it. You can see the blues of the ice and the oranges of the sun. That is awesome. Here's another one called Nora. It's also done on acrylic, and it's by Jordan Iverson. And this is another one that has a good fire and ice theme to it, with the blues and oranges. Looks like a whole nother planet right there. I'm not sure if that's the feeling they were trying to go for, but that's what I'm seeing. And art is subjective. I remember when I was a kid, I would get out the coloring box and the crayons and say, what color should I make this? This artist, who is Emily Forbes, by the way, made this painting called Equinox. It is on mixed media, and looks like Emily is the type of person that said, I'm just going to use all the colors. And that's how we get wonderful works of art like this. All the greens and yellows and blues. Well done, Emily. Well done. And now we have come across a painting that really drew my eye. With all of the snow and cold outside, this one just warms my heart right here. All of the spring colors. And by the way, this is actually called Spring. This is from Angela Spencer. And wow, it's a big contrast to what I saw in the drive-in here. And just taking a few moments to look at this painting has given me a very little mini mental vacation. And so, Angela Spencer, thank you very much. Wow, look at this one. This one is actually called Fire and Ice Landscapes. Goes right along well with the theme. And look at this. A landscape, literally of fire and ice. Look at the greens down here, the green trees, the blues. This has got a lot of awesome colors in it. This one is acrylic on panel, and it is by Mark Cosimini. That is awesome. I wish I had talent enough to be able to do stuff like this, but I do not. So I film it and put it on YouTube. And here's an oil painting by Roger Nielson. It is called Fire and Ice. And he has a very literal translation to the theme, Fire and Ice. We have a nice, warm, roaring fire going on over on this side, and a huge, cold, blue block of ice on this side. I'm kind of gravitating over to the warmer side myself. This reminds me of a night around the campfire, singing and making s'mores and having fun. This one kind of reminds me of that awesome and amazing adventure I went on last week at the Ice Castles, Minnesota. But I'm still kind of gravitating over to this side right now. Oh, that warms my heart. And I don't know how well this one's going to show up on camera. This is an oil painting on Duralar, which I've never heard of, but it looks like there are different layers to it. You can see it's like a cube here, and it looks like there's some painting on the back of the cube, some painting on the front. It's, I don't know how it all goes together, but it sure did turn out cool. Looks like like a fireworks display going on there. That is wild. I just really like the feel of this gallery. Little cool places to sit down and take in the beautiful artworks, like that one over there. And look, you can have the feeling of fall as leaves drop down on your head. Look at these beautiful, colorful leaves, very festive. And the blinking lights in the background. This makes for a great, warm, inviting vibe here at the Oz Galleries in St. Paul. This one really caught my eye. It's called Trouble in Paradise. This is an oil painting on canvas by Mark Lindstrom. Look how big this painting is compared to most of them. It takes up half the wall. But my goodness. Look at the green on these trees. It's so colorful, it almost looks like 3D. This painting is only $495. I would have thought it would have been a lot more expensive than that. Wow. I really like that one. It wouldn't really fit in my apartment, but I really, really like it. Oh my goodness, how playful is this one? This is not a painting, it's a photograph. It's by August Schwerdtfeger, and it's called Red Undie Run. And look at these guys running around in their underwear. Faces painted, umbrella. Wow. There is an event that Tommy Travels has not been to. Probably the closest we're going to get to this event is this picture right here. So thank you, August, for providing it for us. Well done. And speaking of August Schwerdtfeger, this is another photograph by him as well. It's called Hydro Illuminata. Look at that. All those people with the torches, and I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, and I'm not sure where that is. I guess it might be called Hydro Illuminata. But I've never heard of that before. I'll have to check into it, and that could definitely be a future Tommy Travels adventure. And so if you're a fan of jewelry, I think you would be a fan of this duck. This is actually called Duck, and it seems to be made out of all sorts of pearls and different stones and gems, and I don't know what. There's turquoise in there, pinks and blues and beads of all kinds. Wow. That is the most, well, I learned a word last week. The word is bougie. So if I had to name this duck, I think I would name him Bougie. Very, very glammed out, to say the least.
So great to have you here.
And I like to come across paintings that have real meaning to them, that show real emotion, and there are a couple right here. This one is called Braving the Storm by Colleen Cosgrove. And look at here. This must be winter, obviously. There's a lady sleeping in her bed with the cat keeping her company. And this person has come in through the snow and cold. They're tracking snow on the floor, bringing her some food to eat, it looks like. That is just so heartwarming. A wonderful message for somebody to love someone else so much that they'll go out in the cold and snow to go and bring them some comfort and care. I really like that. And here's another one with a message, a little bit more, a little funnier than the other one, and not quite as positive though. This one is called Angel Exhausted with Planet Earth. It's an oil painting, and look at this angel, all worn out, holding her halo in her hands like that, and there's Earth. Doesn't look like there's great things going on over there. She has had a rough day at the office. That is cute. And sometimes art doesn't always have to be about canvas and paintings and acrylics and all that stuff. Sometimes it can be just sticks and branches and a little bit of art woven in between. Look at that. With the star on top, guess what this is with all these beautiful little ornaments? That's right. If we back away from this just a few feet, we find out that we are gazing at a wonderful Christmas tree that takes up, well, pretty much most of the wall, as I just almost banged into a sign behind me. I like that a lot. That is very creative. Well, as we take a look at the state of Minnesota, this beautiful spray paint on wood. This is all made out of spray paint, you guys, by Matt Jorgensen. I love spray paint art. This is really cool, and it's only $250, so if you hurry, you can get down here and it can be yours. And if you guys liked what you saw here today, go ahead and hit like on my YouTube channel. While you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and the little bell notification next to it so you can be the first to know when a new adventure comes out. Thank you guys so much for the support that you've given me so far. It has been an awesome experience here at the Oz Gallery in St. Paul, celebrating fire and ice, the St. Paul Winter Carnival. This has just been wonderful and amazing. And you guys, until next time, I hope to catch you on the flip side.